Hey boys and girls, it's another late video. It is 1:45 in China and I'm making this video right now. Just randomly thought today about food because I was eating some fruit. I don't even know the name of this fruit. I'm gonna have to ask Hillary in a little bit, or I'm just gonna Google it and find out, I don't know. But yeah, I was eating this fruit. Oh, of course I know the name. Lychee or lychee, however you wanna call it, yeah. I was eating this fruit and I was thinking, although this fruit is available to buy in the UK and in the West, I should say, it is not common, and I'm guessing it's expensive, although I've never actually bought it in the West. The first time I tried it was when I came to China, so, but here, you know, and that's one of the things I want to talk about here, fruit of every kind is native to China, it feels like. Like literally every fruit can be found here. From the common stuff like apples and bananas, which we have in the West, to mangoes, watermelons, every kind of melon, even melons I've never heard of, different variations of strawberries and blueberries and like fruits, just so many fruits I've never even heard of and I don't even know the name for, can be found here natively. It's quite amazing. And not just fruit, vegetables too. Vegetables that, although I may have heard of them, I've never eaten them until I came to China. And although, you know, when I think about my diet back home, right, my mum and dad were pretty good at cooking fresh food. They used to buy, well, they still buy lots of, you know, fresh vegetables and fresh fruit. But when I think about it, it's quite limited, the range that we buy. So when I was growing up, it was peas, carrots, potatoes, tomatoes, lettuce, cabbage, and it wasn't like different kind of lettuce and different kind of cabbage. It was just lettuce and cabbage, and it wasn't different kind of peas and different kind of carrots. It was just peas and carrots. Whereas here in China, there's just like a different kind of everything and tons of it, loads of it, and it's a different kind for a different season and stuff like that. And here I find that when we go to the supermarket, we don't buy anything that is, you know, pre-packaged. Everything we buy is fresh, or fresh, you know, like unpackaged, unboxed, no brand, just bananas. Where are they from? Around the corner, or like just like north of the city or whatever, you know. Chickens, where they're from? Well, they were killed this morning. Like that guy brought them in. He's a farmer. He's like from, you know, 20 miles away. It's like that kind of thing. And even the main supermarkets have this. You just, you know, in the UK, you go to a Tesco and the frozen section is absolutely massive. Like the frozen food section is massive. And the supermarket is just full of tons of boxes and packages and whatever. And that's like the main foods, like, are all coming from packages and boxes. Whereas in China, it's very, very different. There is like a completely different culture of buying food. So there's a lot of fresh stuff, like the fruit section in the supermarket is absolutely huge, the fruit section. And to be honest, a lot of people don't even buy fruit in the supermarket. They go to the fruit market, and it's like, just like a supermarket, but it's only selling fruits. That's how many different fruits there are. It's massive, like a Tesco, but it's only fruits, because they've got so many different kinds, and they sell all of them. So every day you see people walking with just bags of fruits, like tons of fruits. So definitely a lot healthier here in terms of that, in terms of like what they eat generally. The cooking style is where it gets a bit, I don't know if it's as healthy as back home, like the cooking style, but like the basic ingredients, pretty much everything is fresh. Vegetables fresh, meat fresh. Oh, it's quite crazy. And when I go back home, like, you know, you go to the meat section and everything's like pre-packaged and whatever. And yeah, although it may be fresh, it's not, it's, you know, it wasn't killed this morning. It wasn't killed yesterday. It's like, it's been in a fridge or a freezer or a truck or whatever, coming from wherever it came from for quite some time. And you don't know how long. I mean, sure, they can last a long time, but you know, it's not as fresh. To be honest, when you think about how big your fridge and freezer is back home, and how much stuff you pack into it, you know, it's quite full. And a lot of the stuff is like boxed up stuff and bagged stuff, like, you know, pizzas and chips and ready meals and all that stuff. Whereas here, like my freezer and my fridge, pretty much they're always packed. But if I was to show you, it's like lots of fresh stuff, lots of green stuff, except for when certain people bring like 100,000 eggs and then they just go bad after a while. But you know, except for that, generally stuff there is quite fresh, and none of it is boxed stuff. The only boxed stuff that I buy is milk, yogurts, and that's about it. So it's much easier here to have your 5 a day. Like, you don't even, there is no such thing here as 5 a day. You know, 5 a day is something that's been, I don't know if you have it in your country, but we have it in England, where the government is trying to encourage people to have 5 different kinds of fruit or vegetables every day. Like 5. You know, I have 1 meal here and there's like 5. And I have more than my fair portion because I eat a lot. And in terms of the fruits that you have all throughout the day and the different vegetables you have, you know, even breakfast here has vegetables and fruits and whatever. So it's so easy here to have your 5 a day. You don't even need to think about 5 a day specifically, because everything you eat is fresh and it's some kind of vegetable as well. Quite good. So my diet since being here has got a lot better, although I've eaten more McDonald's here than I have when I was back home. So when I'm back home I don't really eat McDonald's, but then the stuff that I do eat, I don't know, is it always that healthy? Probably not. Yeah, in the last 2 weeks I probably got McDonald's about 3 or 4 times, so that's really bad, but that's not usual, and that I guess is just because I was trying to take my mind off other stuff. So it was like sad food. Just a random little video. I just want to talk about your diet. So what kind of things do you eat, and do you think you're eating healthy enough? I think I'm eating a very balanced diet right now. Yeah, every day there's fruit and vegetables. Like, I don't even need to think about vegetables. There's just so many all the time. Vegetables, vegetables, fruit, fruit, vegetables, vegetables. So I don't need to think about that or worry about that. It's when I go back home I need to start really thinking, oh, did I eat 5 a day? Because I don't always have vegetables with every meal. And I don't always eat fruit every day. I have to make an effort to eat fruit every day back home. And it's usually just a banana or an apple, which is kind of sad. Not saying that I couldn't buy other stuff, but it's just, generally I just buy apples and bananas. So if you're in China, what was your diet like when you were back home compared to being in China? And if you are back home, like in your home country, what's your diet like there? Do you think you need to make a big effort to eat healthily, or do you think you just naturally eat healthily? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you tomorrow, maybe for some more stuff including Oscar. I didn't get many videos of Oscar today. He was being a little bit crazy. But I will show you this little clip. He tried to hide behind the curtain so he could pull the flower pot down. Of course I didn't let him do that, but he tried. Ooh, before I go, I almost forgot. The Expat fam asked me how's things with my ear, and I have to say I'm feeling a lot better than before. I'm not sure. I'm convinced that there was something in there, like a bug, but if it turns out it was just wax, I don't know, maybe the sensations were still there, like it was still feeling like a bit tingly or whatever. I don't know, I don't really know. But today, for sure, all day today has been okay. Last night I felt like a little bit, but then it stopped and it wasn't very much, so I could still actually sleep. So I'm not sure exactly, but I'm feeling a lot better now. And if I shake my head I don't feel anything either. It doesn't tickle now, so fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's just over. I'm hoping that's the end of that. So yeah, thanks for asking, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Oscar, stop it. Stop it. Oscar. Stop. Oh my God. Thank you, naughty boy.